Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 8th part of the Starfield stream. I am your host, Iron Dragon. Now, when we last left off, I said we're going to start this quest chain for Ryujin Industries. And we ended up not doing it, getting sidetracked by all the side quests available on Neon. Well, in this session, we're going to go back to Neon and search the rest of it for any more side quests, and we are going to start that chain if we can. And in the meantime, I've come up with, well, I say come up with, actually someone else on YouTube came up with the design and I just replicated it, for 4 more Starship designs, 3 of which are from a well-known franchise. And I've learned a few things about Starship design that I'm going to share with you. So, you're almost certainly going to recognize this one once the game finishes loading, that is. So we're back in New Atlantis, and the reason I always come back here is because this is the only guy that I've modded to have all the parts that I need for all my builds. So, look vaguely familiar at this angle? Well, probably not, but introducing the heavily overgunned version of the Republic cruiser. And you notice, and I just now noticed I forgot to color that one piece. Oh well. Now I'm probably not going to keep this design simply because, well, you literally have to kip up to get into the landing bay.
That was a pleasant change of scenery.
But it has everything that you could need. For example, back here is a science lab with our research computer there and a pharmaceutical lab there. And coming on back is our crew quarters with their galley and a couple of bunks.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Now, wherever possible in this design, they've got it set up so there's this,
What can I do for you, Captain?
so there's as few ladders as possible, but there's still plenty of them. Here's our bridge, obviously, with the captain's locker and the cargo hold there. And then right behind it, but not connected to the cargo hold, is this small storage area. I really don't like that, but he is what he is. Has a few nice views, but oh, that's right, and this is the crew galley. So they really have 2 kitchens they can use. The one thing that I really don't like about this design is that it really only has the one lab.
Mind if we stop by the waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
And I'm going to show
Captain
it in
Han, it is
Hey,
pleasant
what can I do
to
for
see
you?
you.
Okay, no problem.
But there we are. Hello, Mary. You notice that it's heavily overgunned. We've got three Type 60, three Mark 60 lasers. That's our Scorch S 80 megawatt pulse laser turrets on top, and then we've got a couple of 60 megawatt pulse laser turrets down below. See, the thing is about the way the game is designed, you can't assign two different weapon types to the same category. So you can't put a 60 megawatt and an 80 megawatt laser. Yeah, that's easy enough. Once I find the right but you can't put a 60 megawatt and an 80 megawatt laser in the same weapons chain. So that's the reason, and your weapon chains cannot use more than 12 power. So that's the reason why I've got these three 80 megawatt pulse lasers in this weapons group. It adds up to 12. And then I've got the 360 megawatt lasers here because it adds up to 12. And then I've got my 4 missile launchers, and you notice it has incredible missile firepower all on the third one. Another thing I don't like about it is that to leave power for weapons, we are kind of low on shields. We only have 440 points of shield power. But the main reason I wanted to show this ship, two things. First of all, you might be tempted, and this is what I was talking about in my Discord channel earlier today. You might be tempted to point the turrets out to the sides like that. Well, problem is, turrets only have a 90-degree arc of fire. So this guy over here is only going to fire on ships in the port side arc, and this one over here is only going to fire on ships in the starboard arc. So, whenever possible, leave your turrets facing forward. The one exception might be like this turret right here, which I specifically put firing to the rear to discourage enemy ships from getting behind me and shooting me up from behind. Another one that I did.
Have at it.
Is pretty obvious. And again, the colors aren't right, but I don't feel like messing with the color bar to do it. Now, the Ebenhawk, I do like this one, and I'm probably going to keep this one. Oh, one thing about the Ebenhawk that I'm going to show you real quick.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Sure, have at it.
This part right up here and this part right over here, turns out, you remember the pillar and rug glitch from Fallout 4? Well, there are glitches in the building system here. So, I'll show you what I did to, well, hold on, let me.
Sure, have at it.
So, what I did, I have a Stroud Nose Cap C port 4 here. And I'm going to go over to that. And I'm just going to show you how this one thing was accomplished. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Nose cap port 4. Then Dynamo Spine E there, and we're just going to put something behind it, like this Hope Tech companionway, just to give it to something to lock onto. Now, what I did here is after placing that Spine E, you move the nose cap out of the way. Then down here, it was a Dynamo Spine F aft. Then what I do is I move this guy back, flip it, and hit escape to exit out of it, and it is now glitched in. Those parts are all glitched together, and they are seen as one part when you select all. So yeah, you can glitch build, which is how I did this part and this part on the Ebenhawk. I don't see them patching that out either, because if you think about it, they never did patch out the pillar and rug glitch in Fallout 4, and the reason is because it quickly became such an integral part of building settlements, or in this case, an important part of building ships. And the Ebenhawk crew of 7, not too shabby. There, and in case you're wondering about that, that was Vasco going to join his people. I don't know why he levitates through the decks like that, but he does. And this is basically a 2x2 living space with a storage room off to one side. Down here is a control room, which I included that to add 2 extra crew to the ship. Of course, the 5-position cockpit. And up here's the main berth. And one of the labs. I think it's a science lab, I'm not sure. Probably just, yeah, it's just a science lab. But all told, I'm pretty satisfied with this ship. I'm probably going to keep it because it does support a crew of up to 7 people. Wait.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach.
Captain Hahn, do you require my assistance?
We're asking everyone to... Okay, no problem.
The third one is also going to be pretty obvious. Yeah, that ship. It's probably not one I'm going to keep because it only has a crew of 5, but it does have one of the things that I've been talking about minimizing the number of ladders. I should probably put something under this to round it off. But when you come in, you're right in the major workshop, which has your spacesuit workbench, your industrial workbench, and your weapons workbench all right here. Obviously a big cargo area. This is tactical planning.
Yes, you're immaculate.
And the offset bridge. Looks pretty nice, I'd say. Plus you can get that view out the front viewport. And over here, the main crew berth.
Hope the Black Sea is treating you all right.
And up here's their galley. Or unless you do what I did, which you'll see what I'm talking about in a second when I go back to the ship view.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted.
Of course, they had a reason for the offset bridge, and the reason is so that this front section, you could have a container right in between it, and it could push the container. That's the original canon explanation for it. But
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
what I did here, these two are fixed guns, but the top and bottom rail guns, those are turrets. Anyway, the fourth ship that I came up with, the Green Monster. And this one is, you remember I was talking about excessive ladders and just really hating all the ladders in the game? Turns out if you're very careful with the order, oh, by the way, in case you're wondering about this, that's actually a signal jammer so that I can carry, so that I can have a better chance of slipping contraband past scanners. But board at the back, and this is the only, is one of the only ladders in it. Come up into a cargo area. Come up this way and you've got a computer lab with a nice view out the back. Come the other way and you've got a science lab. Again, view out the back. Come forward through this hatch. Not much of a view, but it is a view. But this is one of those control centers, so that's the reason why it carries 7 crew instead of 5. And this is just a generic living area and galley. Can come across through here. Here's a second control center for the same reason. If I didn't have if I only had one control center, it would only support 5 crew, and if I didn't have the control centers at all, it'd be a 3 crew. Come through here and you've got all of your workbenches. Come back here and here's your infirmary with the pharmaceutical lab. And if you come all the way forward and up these stairs, yes, stairs, you've got your cockpit. Then behind the cockpit...
Oh my god! I'm literally following in your footsteps right now! It's so cool!
You're also literally standing in my private quarters. Get the hell out.
I do love it, you know. So don't.
And to come back here, and here's the captain's armory, where he can show off a few of the suits and helmets and guns that he's collected in his journeys. So like I said, there's only really that one ladder in the whole thing, and everything else is connected via those stairs, or it's all on one deck. So that's the reason why I'm keeping this design, for sure. Because I like the fact that everything is easy to get to. So let's go ahead and take off and get back to Neon.
Time to leave this place behind. We're locking into orbit now.
Oh, and you know, I do have some extra power available, so let's give it some more power. And you notice I can fully power all my weapon systems. One thing that I did, the particle beams, there's 4 of them. The 4 particle beams are turrets. Now, something about turrets. They will automatically fire on enemy ships, which is a pain in the butt when you're trying to capture someone instead of destroy them. So, you take all the power out of the particle beams, and then you've got a laser for taking care of shields, and a railgun on the other side for taking out subsystems. So, that's all you got to do. Just take the power out of the particle beams.
We're going to be visiting the astral lab while we're here. I mean, that's a given, right?
Okay. Let's look around and see what else we've got.
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would
So
someone
glad
open
you
a
stopped by
mining
today.
supplies business?
Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
I give it a few more months before this loser packs it in.
Well, what exactly do you sell?
Isn't it obvious, my friend? I sell mining supplies of all shapes and sizes, as well as many hard-to-find types of ore. Everything I sell is carefully portioned, securely crated, and ready to be delivered right into the cargo hold of your ship.
Business can't be that bad.
I'm afraid it is. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day.
Perhaps I could help.
That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose.
Is there anything I can do to help you save your store?
You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend.
Somehow I knew
Bless
that
you.
was going to be a side quest.
I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business. And you were the final element that was missing. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group.
Can you tell me more about this business plan?
Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we failed. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust. In the meantime, we will refer people to each other's shops, perhaps even promote sales together. It would benefit us all.
That sounds simple enough.
Wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please, let me know.
Well, let's see what you
Certainly,
have
my friend.
to sell. Probably nothing I particularly need, but... Ships of the Line cereal, huh?
It was good of you to stop by, my friend.
I'm going to guess that I'm going to start delivering these flyers, and one of them is going to whip out a pistol or send me to deal with the gang or something.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today. For our future tomorrow. Submit your application.
Core kinetics, yeah? What do you want?
Saburo has a cross-promotion opportunity for you if you're interested.
Not something I'm interested in. You know, Sticks, crime in this city gets worse by the day. Vandals, thieves.
Somehow I knew he was going to say that.
Of course you are. So
I haven't seen a leech in a while.
Soon
we got
your
them all?
aura will flow again.
And we... whatever. Just hand it over. I'll look at it on my own time. Yeah. I'll see you later.
Take it easy.
Well, at least he took one of the flyers.
Brightest of today. Future tomorrow. It's Hope Day. We surprised the podcast.
Welcome to Newell's.
Sounds like I'm the one who should be helping you.
Do I sound that awful? I didn't even realize. Terrible, just terrible. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security.
You don't think Sieghart's doing anything wrong.
I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him.
I wouldn't mind helping your husband solve this problem.
Oh, no. I'd hate for you to get sucked into the whole silly affair. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do?
I have a flyer from Saburo you might want to look at.
Here, let me see that. Huh. Not a bad idea. He might be onto something here. Thanks for bringing this to me.
I'd like to see what you have for sale.
Okay, here you are.
Sure. And here I was thinking I wouldn't find anything. Which does remind me. Notes.
Stop by again soon.
I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. Hey, I don't think they even know this place. Duel's good. We have
Yeah. Cute.
If it's we need to move some merch, this is the place. I don't need it. Not a... Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about. They have, what, like 4 men covering the entire city? Come on! And even if one of them got, I don't know, suddenly ambitious and put the heat on us, well, there are 2 ways to solve that problem. One way is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. The other is to give Sayoka a call. Either way, it's business for us, as usual. All right, buzz off. Busy.
Sure, no problem, Larry.
Those supplies were sorely needed. Thanks again for getting them to me. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. I wouldn't mind a bit of extra traffic as long as the supplies allow for it. A few extra credits never hurt. Try not to get hurt out there.
Kind of suspected he'd take one. Especially seeing as I helped him out earlier.
Clover over at Kelp Corp is too good for me. So I just trying to help someone.
If you don't, welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. Business could always be better. I'll take that. Remember to steer clear of Neon security. They're up to...
This crowd acting showing.
I see you with that. Don't try and get mine.
Welcome. Yes. Can I help you?
Now that Headlock's out of the way, how are things?
Quieter. Much quieter. I think dealing with Headlock has convinced Seoka to back off from harassing my shop. And according to what I've heard, everyone else's. This should finally give me the time I need to concentrate on running my business, rather than wasting time looking over my shoulder. Oh? Well, maybe I'll give it some thought. Maybe. Please visit us again if you're in the market for luxury items.
And there's 5 out of 5.
You know I went to chef school?
Argos was mining valuable minerals.
If Benjamin Bay used
Lounge, where
ego
I'll
was
have
as
to go
combustible
later.
as helium-3, he'd be able to provide enough fuel to power every ship in the settled systems.
It's time to see yourself in a real life.
People joke. Say those Faroon zealots worship a snake.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need any assistance with the flyers. Ah, thank you so much, my friend. I believe that this will be a great boon for my business. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. It is not often to see such kindness here in Neon. Come back soon, my friend. It's always a treat to see you.
100 XP. But not bad for about 5 minutes work. Okay, what else do I have in the queue? Well, let's go ahead and do fishy business next then.
You're out there a lot, right? In space?
Small gathering of 6
I've heard that Benjamin Bayou has a private penthouse at the top of the tower. The view.
Welcome to Xenofresh Fisheries, the pride of Neon. Welcome to Xenofresh Fisheries, the pride of Neon.
Yes, you just said that.
You've come to the right place. Xenofresh is always on the lookout for new faces to add to our family. The application kiosk is over there, but feel free to ask me any questions. Oh, try not to disturb Miss Graff. She's a busy...
I love how they just trust whatever you enter into this application. Oh, I've got a doctorate degree. Not.
Woman.
Cause any trouble, and I'll drag you straight to lockup.
Riley... Oh god, is that Cherny Sheetsky? Cherry? I'm so sorry. Miss Gurov would like to interview for the position. She's in the underbelly on the factory floor. She'll be expecting you.
guys seem pretty desperate.
I have no response to that. Have a nice day.
Down to the underbelly again. Where my 6,500 credit box is located.
I'd rather be doing this than getting mixed up with the gangs.
Those are, but they look like they're ugly when they're angry.
If you're wondering what that smell is, it's...
No, I thought it was fish.
The one who promised a 30% increase this cost of living. In fact, you can find my goddamn recommendation on file, which you ignored.
Mr. Bain was expecting the event to go off smoothly. He personally expects it.
I can't make something out of nothing. Everything is falling apart down here. I need my new budget approved immediately. Hello? Hello? Aye!
You're the new applicant, right? Riley? You got yourself a degree. That's not what's important here. You know remedial chemistry and seem to be living and breathing. You're goddamn hired.
I wish all my job interviews went that quick.
The pay is better than anything you'll get on the streets. If you can last. Take this and put it on. Time to get to work.
Follow me, and you get to show me just how amazing you are at learning new skills. Right. Wear the damn suit every minute you're on the job. It's for your safety.
I can't have any more of you dropping dead because you can't follow simple directions. Clear? So, here is the facility. Don't go anywhere. You work the assembly line, you make what's asked, and you get paid and go back to whatever crate hole you come from. Don't ask questions, do only what's asked. Remember, you are just one tiny cog in the Xenofresh machine. Don't fraternize, except on a break. Here we go. The assembly line.
And the monkey flipped the switch.
Job simple. The hopper will spit out ingredients. The computer tells you what to make, you take the ingredients from the hopper. We know to the milligram what's needed. So take what's required. No more, no less.
Sounds simple enough.
You think so, right? The other thing is speed. We got a quota. As soon as the screen spits out a compound, the timer starts. So use the station to craft the compound, then put it in the other hopper. You beat the time and you maybe make Employee of the Month, get a bonus, maybe get promoted one day so you can have your own little crate rats. You take too long. Don't take too long. Questions?
Let's get started then.
Pay attention, work smart and fast. We understand each other, right? You get one run-through with training wheels, no time limit to learn the system. After that, the clock is ticking. Finish your shift, do well, and maybe you come back. You could go to the break room before you leave. Training program commencing. Create one batch. No time limit.
Looks like you missed your calling.
Can this wait? I need to wash the fish smell out of these clothes.
Craft one batch. 1 minute starting now.
Finally off shift. Time to swing by Legrand's and get blended.
Craft one batch. 1 minute starting now. Assembly complete. Craft one batch. 1 minute starting now.
I know why it's docking my pay is because I'm taking more than I need. But quite frankly, I'm not in a position to really care if they're docking my pay.
Assembly complete. Shift over.
Never thought I'd be getting paid to
Go
work in a
break
drug
room
lab.
or go home.
Those damn... I'm no user, but I swear working near Aurora makes me hallucinate.
New faces are always coming through here. Welcome to the line. Hope you like your every move being recorded and digitized for Silicon posterity. Yeah, we got... Speaking of security... Oh no, an outage? Fortunately for us, the damn things are broken like 98% of the time. You happen to know Nesher? Poor guy got picked up by security.
And you are Nesher's contact on the inside.
Bingo. The fact I'm still free means Nesher didn't rat me out to security. I knew whoever he was working for would send a replacement. Are we back in business?
We just need to be careful.
You don't need to tell me that. I'll give you the codes to the merchandise. It's up to you to get it and do whatever you do. If you need more, you know, work a shift and meet me here in the break room. And I'll give you the new drop cords. Pleasure doing business with you.
Guess what I'm not having for dinner?
I do like that one NPC's comment though about guess what I'm not having for dinner. I know people who used to do pizza delivery, and they did it for like a year, and being in the same room with pizza makes them feel sick.
Yeah, I know it's nice.
Neon's premier feather of all things on the power plant. Each of our unique worlds, unlike any other in the settlement. Station, the nearest
Back away. No one... Wait. The boss is expecting you. Go in.
And now all the interested parties have convened. Yannick. Did you think you could use Aurora in my city without me knowing? Another bloodbath in Ebside isn't good for the tourists. Still, sometimes blood's gotta flow. And you must be what passes for the brain in this operation. What's the percentage in letting either of you leave here alive?
Yannick's a moron. He brought this on
Exactly.
himself.
Whatever Yannick gets, he completely deserves.
Oh. Your friend even thinks maybe I should do Neon a favor. Why shouldn't I?
Your lounge has the upscale market covered, Mr. Bayou. But there are so many credits lying on the table, begging to be taken.
Go on.
We use just a smidgen of Aurora to make blend, and blend is priced for everyone. Please tell him.
Yes, tell me.
Oh boy.
So, you've got an emerging market cornered. Yannick, I'd almost think you're a businessman. Almost.
Yannick has just started. The credits are rolling.
Wait, did you just call yourself Yannick? For
yes,
real?
he talks to himself in the third about himself in the third person.
Muzzle it. Here's the deal. You get to keep smuggling Aurora out of the fishery. You make your blend and sell whatever extra Aurora you want on the streets. But I'm taking 20% of the profit for having to deal with your bullshit. We're done. Yannick, get busy making me my money.
You look like you could use a drink. Hell, we all could. Oh, Yannick's heart. Still beating so very fast. Mr. Bayou is formidable, huh? Are you okay? I hope we're still simpatico, yes? I don't blame you, but please, think. Our profits go down, yes, but we don't have to worry about being caught anymore. So, business as usual, yes? You do a shift at Xenofresh and your contact tells you where to pick up Aurora. You go there, make an easy and very safe pickup, and deliver it to me. No time pressure, anytime you want. Take a break if you like.
Why doesn't he just give us the Aurora?
Do you want to ask him? But if I had to guess, he probably doesn't want to muddy his reputation with us. And if anything goes wrong, total deniability.
I'll do it later.
Yes, of course. You deserve some R&R. Come back when you are wide-eyed and have the bushy tails.
still wants me to talk to him. I don't
ready
know.
for...
Fine.
You are the best thing.
Oh, we seriously going...
Time for work then.
This is the last batch, dude. Because unfortunately it wouldn't let me tell him that I didn't want anything to do with him after I didn't say it. I didn't tell him the first time, and I should have. But I really don't want this quest to stay on my contact list. I just want to see what the game has to offer. Unlike you, I haven't actually bought the game. I just have it on Xbox Game Pass. So you never know. Someday it could go away. I doubt it, but it could.
Word is the Borealis. You know the DJ? Well, she's moping around because she lost something important.
Can't talk now.
Craft, one batch. 1 minute starting now.
Tube of trawl for lunch and I'll puke.
Assembly complete. Craft, one batch. 1 minute starting now.
What I wouldn't give for just one solid week of sunshine.
Assembly complete. Shift complete.
It's a living, right? Another day, another ship. Oh no, I wonder what's over there.
I might have to go check it out.
I'm up for doing this again. Bye.
Valentina needs to cut us a break.
This time I think I'm going to tell him I'm done, if it'll let me. Because I have other things I need to be doing.
to me. I found it. It's mine. So back off.
I'll take that off your hands.
Pleasure working with you. Here you go.
I wondered why it was directing me over there. I should have used Persuade, but I didn't feel like messing with it.
Inside to pack.
Just one quiet day. That too much to
Just
ask for?
another lousy day in Neon. You keep this up, and we will both be living large.
Okay. I guess that is the...
Here for some blend?
I guess that is the entire quest, because he doesn't ask if you want to do it again. Oh, that's right. That's the one that I found, stumbled into, talked to Borealis.
You see any heat features?
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers.
I'm just curious. An actual survey mission? Might survey, might do that later.
Autographs.
I don't want an autograph.
Okay, cool. Cool. Most people that come up to me just want an autograph for a picture. And after I've been modding all night, it gets really annoying.
What's modding?
Programming the beats? Turning the dials? Come on, stay with me here. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'm just pretty bummed out right now. My music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing, and someone ripped me off. Total drag.
I could help you find your slate.
Oh man. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, please. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you when you walked up.
If it keeps the music flowing, it'll be worth the effort.
Exactly. So, anything you can do to help is appreciated. Oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. She works the bar at Euphorica, and she's a walking grapevine. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next set. I'll see you around, okay?
Do you have any idea who might have taken your slave?
Well, most of the people who come through here are fans, and they're either zoned or just digging the rhythms. That leaves collectors, competitors, or just a thief trying to make a cred. It could be anyone, really. People try to put a price on everything. Doesn't matter if it's music or the stars. If that price is big enough, you start attracting people with bad vibes and long knives. Only a matter of time before you get cut. See you on the flip.
Another day, another shift.
To be fair, I would be a little bit depressed too if I had to stand around all day looking like a walking rainbow.
Hell yeah! This is awesome!
The Trackers Alliance always finds their mark.
I will say this, at least the music is better than Club Oonts, which gets its name from the music.
I passed by the store today,
Okay,
boss.
let's settle this once and for all.
Chimera's really back a bunch.
Welcome. Please, make yourself comfortable. I can offer you a drink, or perhaps you're here seeking access to our members' lounge, where you can enjoy your Aurora experience in peace.
Down your third velocity, and you're out cold. By the third
I'm just looking to relax and enjoy a drink.
Of course, of course. We have a full bar at your disposal with a range of delicious alcoholic beverages. If you desire access to the lounge, you can purchase admittance for a completely reasonable fee. Otherwise, you're welcome to relax, listen to our music, and perhaps enjoy a chimera.
I think I'll pass on the membership.
No problem. Let me know if you change your mind. If you need anything else, please, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm looking for information on Borealis' slate.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price. Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Savage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis' works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one you want. But you didn't hear it from me.
Hear it from who?
He's one of the usual lowlifes you'll find at Madame Savage's. He's also a very fervent admirer of Miss Borealis and her work. It wouldn't surprise me if that admiration extended to her possessions. For fans like him, trinkets and mementos are a way to get closer to the one they admire. Fallen stardust. Enjoy your drinks.
And speaking of the music, I really hope none of this is going to get a copyright claim. so far, nothing in the game has, but... Yep.
I think I'm gonna take the kids off.
Look at you. Our beds are comfortable and affordable.
Sleep crates for rent. It's tight.
Ever wonder how the prince...
And toss back one of our exclusive velocity contents.
Look, I ain't
We
gonna
don't have
stand
places
around
like
for all
this in
day.
Aquila, that's for sure.
No.
If I want
hello.
children's, I head over to Euphorica. But Borealis works with any means. Mate, I love her music so much.
Me too.
You a fan of Borealis too? I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast on the beat. And I love her. Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 Yeah, hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone.
You sure that's a track? You sure that's her track in your head and not just the pounding of a migraine?
You got the goods, and I'll think about it. I need a hit. Bad. Normally, I'd never leave the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly.
Borealis needs her slate back.
Mate, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it.
I'll trade you Aurora for it. You said yourself.
Well, if you bloody had any, maybe we could talk.
I don't have any.
Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her?
As a super fan, you should do what's best for her.
And who are you? You don't speak for her.
Borealis will resent you if you keep
That's
the slate.
fine. I'll still support her, though. Bloody hell, some of the credits. I consider myself a super fan, but it don't make a difference if my brain ain't in the zone. Okay, you can have the slate. The next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
I don't know about a mod, but I can find a baseball bat. I bet you I can beat the piss out of your brain with that.
Inside's a bad place for me.
I'm doing great.
Catherine Louisiane keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder. Yeah, right. Hysterical.
And I overheard the start of another side quest.
slow, okay?
Found your slate.
A
Fan picked it up.
Really? Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time.
Without fans, you don't have a career.
I get that. There's definitely a line you shouldn't cross. But sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And
blah,
I
blah,
appreciate
blah
you
words.
bringing it
Just
back
pay
to
me. 6,300 credits, 100 XP.
Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Next time, I'll try and keep an eye on it.
Keep both eyes on it. It's
Hope
much
you
harder to
enjoy the
lose
show.
that way. Okay, what's next on the list? I guess I'll talk to Catherine.
This Aurora stuff, it's blowing my mind.
Neobank ATMs are spread throughout the settled systems, so you can do your banking here.
Each of our baristas undergoes enhanced training to ensure you receive them.
Show no mercy, leave no quarter.
You know,
What I don't
Neon
sell,
is really reminding me why I don't go to nightclubs. Because when I go to a nightclub, the first thing I want is to get out of the nightclub.
I'm afraid I'm not in the best of spirits right now, but I'll try and help. Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters.
I hope nothing terribly bad has happened.
I'm afraid so, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time, when I'm feeling up to it.
You can't let these things eat away at you. Let me help.
Well, I suppose there's no harm. You can't really do anything unless you can reverse the flow of time. The thing is, well, I lost my husband Thomas last week. He supposedly had a heart attack and fell from the upper platform. Of course, that's the official word from Neon Security. I'm not so sure they're telling me the truth.
Was Thomas ill to begin with?
He was almost 70, but according to Dr. Manning over at Reliant, he was in good health. Heart attack, my eye. There's no way that's what happened.
You suspect foul
You're
play.
damn right I do. How that security officer could stand there and tell me Thomas died of a heart attack. Well, it's a damn lie is what it is. I'm sorry, this is my problem. You're just here to shop, and here I am filling your head with my conspiracy theories. Please forgive me.
I want to help you find out what happened to your husband.
Oh my. You're the first person in this awful, awful city that's reached out to help me. Thank you.
His death sounds too suspicious to simply dismiss as an accident.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who sees the problem. I suppose the proper place to start would be with Neon Security's witness, Tevin Anastas, that pompous ass over at the Emporium in Neon. Just please be very careful. I don't want to end up with 2 murders on my conscience.
Is there anything useful you can tell me about Tevin?
Tevin owns the Emporium over in Bayou Plaza.
Yeah, I know. I met him.
He's a horribly overbearing, pretentious man who wouldn't dare set foot in the underbelly. The strange thing is, we've never had to deal with him in person. Why he'd be involved in Thomas's death is absolutely beyond me.
Had any problems with Neon?
Everyone has problems with Neon Security. They're terribly corrupt, with Administrator Bayou using them as his own personal brute squad. They come in here from time to time, but apart from being forced to give them employee discounts, I've never had anything suspicious happen.
You gonna take a look at what you have for sale?
Sure, I suppose that would be fine.
Just to see what she sells. Quite a lot of stuff. Including butter. Carrots, celery, cheese. Synthetic by nature. Boy, wouldn't that give fitness, wouldn't that give health food fanatics a fit? Or anything by Centauri Mills.
Be careful. Neon is a dangerous place.
All I can tell you, Die Ruger, from the handful of nightclubs I've been in, the appeal is apparently getting your eardrums blasted out of your head while getting drunk with friends. Just in case I have to negotiate with him or something.
All of our items are guaranteed to be of the highest
have a
quality.
heart. I can't pay
Thank
right
you for
now,
taking
but
care
I'll
of
spot
that
you next time,
headline problem
okay?
for me.
I wanted to talk to you about the death of Thomas Leeson.
I'm not telling you a thing. I've already reported what I saw to security. Stop wasting my time and leave. Your presence is bad for business.
I need to know what happened.
You could have just led with that. No need to waste my precious time. I saw it happen. Thomas was murdered and thrown into the ocean. Afterwards, I foolishly reported the incident to security. For my efforts, I was rewarded with a gun to my head and threatened with death if I didn't keep silent.
Does the murderer work with security?
No. The officer that threatened me was completely different. And the murderer wasn't wearing a uniform. I'd wager that the murdering bastard has a friend in security that's covering things up for him.
It was hard to hear over the commotion, but I'm sure I heard Thomas call his attacker Russell and Rusty a few times.
From what I could gather, the attacker was after credits, and Thomas refused to give him any. After that, well, Thomas went for a swim.
Have you ever dealt with Rusty?
God, no. I've seen him around here and there, but if he ever were to come into my shop, I tell him to leave immediately. In fact, I would never even talk to someone like him. I have no business dealing with petty criminals or Aurora addicts.
Tell me where he is.
Where else would someone like him be, hmm? He stays at the sleep crates near Madame Sauvage's place. In any case, when you confront him, my name cannot be mentioned. I very much dislike sharing Thomas's briny fate. And with that, I must insist you leave me in peace. That is, of course, unless you'd like to make a hefty purchase.
And off we go to find Rusty.
Hey there, Acacia Explorer. Ready to make your ultimate discovery?
Enside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Hey, buddy. Why don't you throw a few credits my way, huh? Help a guy out, yeah?
Let me guess, I'll end up in the ocean if I don't give you anything.
End up in the ocean? What the hell are you... Wait. No. He told me that everything was taken care of. No one would know. Listen, you gotta hear me out. I never meant to do anything. It was an accident.
Who's he, and what did he take
A
care
friend,
of?
an old buddy in security. But that's all you're getting from me. I'd rather take my chances with you than with him.
Why'd you target Thomas?
Why else? I needed some creds for Aurora, and everyone knows he and his wife run that shitty little shop. All they do is rip people off. He was bound to have creds.
Tell me exactly what
I got
you
in a
did.
fight with Thomas. I asked him for some creds, but the bastard wouldn't give me anything. Things got out of hand. He ended up falling off the upper platform. It was an accident, I swear. Then I called my buddy in security and told him what happened. He took care of everything after that.
Tell me who your friend in security
Hell
is.
no, I'm not doing that. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a rat. Listen, I messed up, I know that. But nothing can change what's already done. Just let me go and I'll disappear forever. No one will ever see me again. No one even needs to know I'm alive. Just, come on, just let me go.
I'm not going to kill you, but you better disappear forever.
Oh my God. You don't need to worry. No one will ever see me again. I swear it.
So I've just been taking care of them for the time being. Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jets. They fly around like they...
And he's probably bloody lucky that my wife is with him. Did I just see the hair that I thought I saw? Well, he's not on the elevator with me anymore, so I can't say anything. Must be a couple of off-camera stops and he got off on a different floor.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live
It's nice to see a friendly face.
I know what happened to
Please,
your husband.
tell me everything you know. I want to hear it all.
Your husband was murdered, and a security officer covered everything
I
up to
knew
protect the
it.
killer.
I just knew that I was being fed lies. Nothing added up right from the start. Neon security. How can they sleep at night and act like my husband's life wasn't worth anything? My husband's killer. Did you find him? What happened to him?
I took care of him.
Well, I guess I don't much care for what you did with him, as long as he paid for what he did. And about security. Did you find out which officer is behind the cover-up?
I didn't, and I doubt that taking on security will end well for either of us.
Yes, you're right. It just boils my blood thinking about what they did. But I must say that I feel oddly vindicated just by knowing the truth. The uncertainty was constantly eating away at me. At least I can take solace knowing that justice was served, at least to some degree. I never would have figured out the truth without you. I have credits for you here.
That's not necessary.
Oh, you're so sweet. In any case, please know how grateful I am that you helped me. You're the only person to ever show kindness to me in this city. And now that I know the truth, I can try to focus on healing. Thank you for everything, from both myself and Thomas.
Kaz, what's that smell? Is that another one of your experiments? Depending on what he's been eating, it might not be an experiment.
Can you believe Xeno was charged?
You want to see how short my temper is?
Welcome to Keltpur. Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression.
That's not exactly the greeting I was... You have me confused with someone else.
Oh. I'm afraid I've stepped right into it again. Damn. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst.
Maybe I should have been wearing a name tag.
Yeah, maybe you should have, for my sake. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game.
What's the Neon Mining League?
It's a shop over in Akuchi Market. You know, the plaza next to Ryujin Tower? They sell all sorts of mining supplies and raw materials. It's a fine little shop, well stocked and immaculate. Mr. Okadibo is the owner. He's a lovely, lovely man. But his aspirations are one grav jump longer than his business instincts.
You don't strike me as the sort of person who's
Normally, yes. But in this case, Mr. Okadibo has put me in a real bind. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall.
Mind telling me a bit about Keltport?
We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills.
Would you mind telling me more about your father?
Niall? Oh, he's the CEO of Kelp Corp. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years. Truth is, he tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you.
Maybe I could assist you in recovering his debt.
You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you.
It's kind of you to stick up for him in the
Just
first place.
because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadigbo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you?
I'll just settle his debt right now.
It's a substantial amount of credits. I couldn't allow you to do that. Just talk to him. Get him to accept me help. And I'll do the rest. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise.
How did he rack up so much debt? And also...
When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man. Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
What are you looking at?
You.
I'm glad I ended up at Kelt Corp. Miss McKenna treats her employees like family.
I have to admit, this business with Saburo is keeping me up at night. I can see how it's starting to wear on him, personally and professionally. He's a good and honorable man. Pride won't allow him to accept my money, but what he doesn't understand is the game is rigged. Even in good times, variable interest rates are designed to landslide you. All I want is to give him a fair shake. I may not believe in every idea he has, but I believe in him. He just needs a financial partner who can offer some direction. Someone who has his best interests at heart. I won't lie, given my position it may be a conflict, but my feelings for him aside, I really do want to help. And down to the lobby.
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
Now is the time to enhance your life. Here at Enhance,
You will have your fun. Live your best life.
we make your personal training products so you can take related.
Okay, now I kind of want to know what my upstairs neighbor just dropped, because it sounded like a damn thunderclap.
Hey there.
I appreciate your kindness. I don't think anyone else in Neon would have helped me hand out those flyers.
Clover offered to pay off your debt to Kelp.
Oh, she did? Miss McKenna is very kind, but I cannot accept. It is my responsibility to pay the loan. If I cannot, then what happens, happens.
Read this, it might change your mind.
Really? Let me take a look. Oh, I did not know she felt this way. She is always so professional. I thought she did not like me. That is why I have sent proxies to negotiate my debt.
Oh, she definitely likes you.
And I like her. Oh, that came out wrong. What I meant to say was, I respect her business acumen.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. My palms are sweating. Regardless, you have done me a service, and for that, I thank you. You can tell Miss McKenna, I mean Chloe, that I accept her offer. Thank you again for helping me out with the flyers.
And off we go, back to tell Chloe what he just said. It's at this point that I'm starting to wonder, don't these people have cell phones? Or, you know, internet? He could just email her, you know.
Yeah?
Not interested.
Clover, if you're here to buy, I'm afraid we only sell direct to retailers.
That's fantastic. I was worried he'd take it the wrong way, so I'm glad you were able to convince him. I'll arrange for the funds to be transferred immediately. Hopefully Father will forgive the late fees. And if he doesn't, I can always reimburse them when he retires. In any case, thank you. And here, for your efforts.
2,000 credits, 100 experience points. I guess now we will speak with Joyce.
Don't go causing trouble. Origins justified?
Good for you.
What?
Keep it moving.
Hold on. This is definitely not. Okay, that's back in Sol's system. I'm not going to do that.
It's technological.
If the gangs can keep on shooting, I just like
Check. Neuroamps?
How did you feel like making a purchase today? I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since. Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigurd. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered.
How often have you tried speaking to Seagart yourself?
The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me. Watch your back out there.
Now, Jane, if you'd like to buy something, I'd be happy to help. Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong. Have a good day.
I've had
Hey there, friend. Need something?
Why bother? If they want to tear themselves to shreds,
Curtain opens and you'll enter a world unlike any other.
Hello, I have plenty of supplies for your next expedition in stock.
James objects to you paying Neon security protection
Yes,
fees.
I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood.
Who is Dexler?
Owen Dexler is head of Neon security. But he is less concerned with crime than he is siphoning money from honest businesses. But it's not just him. All of Neon is corrupt. The only way to survive is to give in to their demands.
You can't be okay with letting him profit off
You
your
think
gains.
I'm okay with it? I would like nothing more than to run my business free of Dexler's thieving. But what power do we really have? If I don't pay Dexler, he'll make sure every gang in the city takes a piece of my stock.
I still think you should stop the
And
payments.
why is that?
Rosa said she gets why you pay Dexler, but she also said you're a good man and good men stand up to corruption.
Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were
That was
very
a quick
green.
persuade.
It was a different time. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
Well, that was less painful than I expected.
Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application.
Of course, having a plus 45% persuade bonus helps.
Packaged food? Check.
We're fully... If you're looking for supplies, this is the place. Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was... talk to him?
Sometimes that's enough.
Meanwhile, I was so damn stubborn, I made this whole thing harder than it had to be.
Given you almost went blind, working with half a kilo of fish guts in your eye. Yeah, I'd agree.
And I'd still be wandering around that storage vat helpless, if not for you. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start.
100 XP and 6,300 or so experience points. I mean, 6,300 or so credits. 6,300 XP. Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. Okay, all of that is off-world.
There's more zone heads out in here today.
Now I'm wondering what triggered my motion-sensitive light that I've got in the kitchen. Normally that thing only goes off for something that's at least the size of a cat. Heaven help me if I have a roach the size of a cat. I'm just joking, of course. It probably saw the lights from a passing car outside and that triggered it. Okay, he's not in here. Wherever here is. Of course.
Love the vibe of this place.
Ah, there he is.
Epsidon.
That's quick save.
The strikers are a bunch of babies, afraid of a little blood. You like art? You should see the tag job on the robot at Neon Tactical. It's my best work.
Thanks, Micah.
Frank Rennick wants retribution for what you did to Styx.
That Cyclops should be thanking me. I dressed up his toy real nice, gave him a total makeover. He's lucky that's all I did after what that thing did to my crew.
Did Styx really kill members of your crew?
We tried to rob his store and reload our crew. That's when his little toy unloaded on us. Lost some good disciples in that group. If anything, that freak should be paying me.
Why did you tag Styx?
I thought it was pretty clever. If I trashed it, it'd sting for a bit, but he'd get over it. So I took a can of spray paint and put my tag on it. Now, every time that Cyclops opens up that eye, he's gonna see my art on his buddy.
So you admit to the crime?
Yeah, I do. And I'll make art out of your guts if you step out of line.
You're going to pay for the damages.
And what makes you think I will?
Rennick's not all there in the head. Do you really want him as an enemy?
Yeah, it's hard to predict crazy. Never know what he might do.
You got the strikers to worry about. Don't waste time with Rennick.
True. Don't want to fight a war on two fronts.
This needs to end. Haven't you lost enough of your crew?
Yeah, maybe. Fighting that old man is one thing, but that Model A is another story. All right. The Cyclops is one thing, but I know better than to mess with you. Besides, that Model A shredded my gun arm. I can't aim straight, let alone paint. Here, you give this to that freak and tell him we're even. Yeah, beat it.
Again, a lot less painful than I was expecting. But again, all those persuade bonuses help.
Not sure how much longer I can survive doing this lousy job.
I'd be making a fortune if they use fish for gas and gas.
Looking to blow a hole in something?
Warlord isn't going to bother you anymore.
Good work. I hope you made him squirm.
He agreed to stop. There's no point kicking someone when they're down.
No, that's exactly how you send a message. Still, I won't argue with results. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble. Sometimes Styx...
Okay. 6,300 credits and another 100 XP.
This will work itself out. I'd rather not.
Oh, now let's go on to that addition.
Ebbside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Welcome back, Mary.
Hey, get away from me.
You're the one who walked next to me, sir. Sounds
What
delicious.
are you looking at? This? This is Ebbside Striker's turf.
I'm looking at you.
Only the upstairs. Don't bother my customers.
Fine, upstairs. That's gang territory, got it?
If you're trying to scare me, you're failing. Badly.
Yeah, back in the day, you would never. Ugh. Yeah, you used to be people were afraid of the Strikers. We had a name, got it? Now the disciples got us penned up in this lousy bar.
Andrea.
Fine, fine, fine. This beautiful establishment. Do you have anything else, or are we done with this? Whatever this is.
I've heard of your gang. I need to talk to the person in
So
charge.
you stroll in here and want to meet with Briggs? The nerve. Maybe you should meet with the business end of my shiv, huh, tourist?
No blood in my shop, Andrea. I'm this close to tossing the lot of you out on the street.
Fine, fine already. You're lucky. Only way you see Briggs is if you, want to join the Ebbside Strikers.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. Joining us now is great. People are banging down our door to go down with this ship.
Take me to Briggs and I'll think about it.
You know, I'll just do that. Right now. This ought to be good. Sure, let's go meet the boss.
You didn't see anything.
I wasn't doing anything.
There she is. I was worried she was going to get stuck permanently behind the door.
Someone says they might want to join.
A recruit? Been a while.
Strikers look out for one
I
another,
know, right? Savage says we can't go killing people around here anymore.
We shouldn't be doing that anyhow. You want to join us? We're a gang. You understand that, right? Not some daring adventure bullshit you can brag to your friends about. We steal, we mug, we kill, if we have to. People that come to us have usually run out of options. So are you really interested?
I'm only here to deal with the disciples. They're a menace.
There was a time when we were the only ones that kept those psychos in line. But I'll get to that. Let me tell you about us. What makes the Strikers different is we're family. It's us against every goddamn thing the world can throw at us. If you're in, we'll go through hell and back for you.
It's been a little too much of that hell going round.
Vogel, not the time. We do everything we can to make sure everyone's got a roof overhead and fish in their belly. I prefer we fleece the marks, not kill them. Better for everyone in the long run. But you do what you gotta do. Not so fast. I gotta get to know you first. What would you bring to the Strikers?
I've carved a path through the settled. I'm a problem solver. You'd be lucky.
Very useful. I like it. Done anything special? Something that might impress us?
I dealt with the terramorph threat for the UC.
You? Dealt with a terramorph? Holy shit. You actually did, didn't you? Well, yeah, that certainly is impressive. I'm not sure what your game is, but if you really want to join, there's a test. You're going up against the Disciples. Everyone in Ebside's been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Some people snap, and snap hard. The Disciples are maniacs, pure and simple. The test is to find out who has been arming those nutjobs with military-grade hardware. We're fully in alignment there.
I can't understand this sudden urge to join the Strikers gang. I can think of about 100 better ways you could be spending your time.
There's a warehouse they use. One of our friends said there's a slate there that has the info we need.
Oh, that's my job. I was going to go in and make them pay.
You want it? Too bad, Vogel. You go in there, and it's a bloodbath. I want someone that can snatch it from them. Ideally with them never even knowing it happened. Consider this your audition. Try not to get killed, new fish.
There is a reason I saved when I did. That way, if I don't like the way this goes, I can just reload and just not do the quest.
I used to be that show.
Ready to make your ultimate return. You know the power of critical and
The best coffee anywhere in the galaxy.
Gonna make you pay. Didn't even work up a sweat.
Well, so much for that one.
Screw this! Dying for this shit! Need a med pack! Don't let them die for nothing! got a present for ya. Get down.
Well, they're gonna find out we were here just by virtue of the fact that there's 3 dead bodies in there. All down to Sarah, by the way. I didn't even pull my gun.
Yeah, you. You really going to walk on by?
Of course, the thing to remember is Sarah's ex-military, so she's actually a much better shot than people give her credit for. Not exactly. I went in there in stealth mode. First thing she did was open fire. Shipper of record, Core A Kinetics. 3 crates of military arms and armament, 1 crate of documentation and ammunition. Destination shipping container RX-15-3 Neon. We've tracked your container to outside warehouse designated EG1. It will unfortunately take us at least 2 weeks to get your shipment due to external factors. Thank you for your patience. Ebsite is considered a hostile war zone by our insurer. A full combat team must accompany the deliveries agents.
You pulled this
There's no
off,
shame
then
if
I'll
you
be your
just
number
walk
one
away
fan.
and go back to your pretty little life. So, stealth was a no-go, but... shit. You took all of them out.
No, she took all of them out.
The strikers can use that. So you're in. Everyone thinks the Ebside strikers are out for the count. But now that we know where the disciples are getting their guns, I feel the tide is turning.
Glad I could help out.
Trying to score points with the boss. Smart play, new fish. You might want to say hello to the rest of the gang. They should be friendlier, or I'll make them friendlier. After you take some deserved R&R, hit up Hatchet for any gear you may need, and a job I got in mind for you.
10,300 credits and 50 XP.
First rule of strikers is take what you need to survive. So you're part of the team now. All right, not bad. Briggs may be in charge, but know that I'm his second. So stay on my good side, right?
I can do that.
Huh. You and me. This is going to work. Not going to lie, you've come to us during a shit time. Wasn't that long ago that we held our own against the disciples. Now we're just hiding behind our mother's scat. We need to do something. Well, did you want something?
How did this whole thing start with the disciples?
Everything was pretty fine, till a couple of years ago. They had their side of town, we had ours. I mean, we'd have misunderstandings, but Briggs always sorted things out. Then one day, the disciples wanted all of Ebside. There's been blood and knives ever since. Serious goddamn military hardware. How can a knife compare to a fully auto Grendel, right? I mean, before then, we gave as good as we got. All of those bastards are armed. And we tried to make a stand. And after the funerals, we hunkered down. Talk later.
Pull over there and have a drink.
Huh. So you survived. Andrea thought Briggs wanted you dead, so he sent you away. Andrea was wrong.
I'll be sure to thank Andrea.
Andrea does what she has to. Respect that. Everyone is hard because they have to be. These streets and alleys are all I know. They chew up the weak, they leave them broken or dead in the gutters. So don't be weak.
Briggs said you had my next task.
Oh, you are focused. Good. So the job is, we let the streets know the strikers are back. We have signs. Signs that indicate our
In other words, I get to put up posters.
Hacking the signs is easy. Getting to them or fighting any disciples there, that is the challenge. Briggs said he prefers no blood. But I say, make the disciples bleed at every chance.
Just point the way then.
Here are 3 locations. Good. If you need things too, I can hook you up. It's my job to make sure all the strikers have what they need. Good luck.
Let's see, that's lethal, that's lethal, that's lethal. What I need is I need my EM weapon.
A lot of the signs are high up. Be careful up there. Yeah.
Well, poop.
The strikers steal all sorts of things. I handle the stash. Not sure why me, although I don't think anyone would trust Vogel or Andrea to do it. Be careful. Be smart out there.
I really need to stop looking at the outside.
If you're a corporate, yeah, you really do.
Hey, keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DV.
Too bad I can't squeeze any Aurora.
What have we here? Decided to drop by on Neon and do a little vandalism, huh? There's a steep fine for that. Zero tolerance. Tell you what, you pay the fine now.
Neon security roughing up or killing a tourist
Maybe.
is really a bad look.
But as soon as you started putting up a street,
Okay. Load. From the autosave.
If I have to eat fish for dinner one more time.
What have we here? There's a steep. Tell you what, you pay? Maybe. But assume. You know how it is. You talk a good game. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. I'm done talking to you.
Oh, goodness.
Wrong answer.
This is murder! What's wrong with you?
And load from the quick autosave.
What have we here?
I love how he spontaneously
Decided to drop
appears
by
in the
on-
elevator.
There's a steep. Tell you what.
That's the only language.
Enjoy your stay on Neon.
Oh, my day just got a whole lot brighter.
How the heck am I supposed to get up there?
What I don't sell ends up being drawn.
Wait.
Run away!
Well, I can't get up there from here. Again, I'd love to know how I'm supposed to get up there. It's not like I can boost all the way up there.
I'd be making a fortune if you let us fish for cats.
Neon's review seller of all things incredible, and each of our unique Starship tours You'll enter a world of the best and brightest of today.
That's right.
Hello?
Too bad I can't squeeze in.
The only thing I can think of is the entrance must be somewhere through Euphorica.
Looks like you need to relax.
But unless I get into the VIP, and it's showing us outside too. I don't want to pay $5,000 for the VIP. Give me a second.
Yeah, I know this place.
Got it. And this is another one of those cases of how didn't I notice that? Stairs.
Had a feeling you'd be dead.
Then belong slowly back down to the ground.
Paint your face, defeat your body.
You think my folks would be okay with me joining the Sanctum Universally?
have some sleep crate units available. Excuse me.
I'm curious, do they actually have a holster? Let's see. No, that's none of this. Oh, bindings. Ah, hold R to sheathe your weapon.
I think you're gonna fit in well. Really well. You've really kicked the hornet's nest. Good. Andrea's running point on grabbing the gun stash. I need you and Vogel to keep the disciples off balance.
So we're finally doing this?
It's time, Vogel. The gloves are off. Both of you, keep the collateral damage down if you can. But it's do or die.
I'm not going to hurt innocents.
If people are in the wrong place at the wrong time, you might not have much choice. Gang fights are no holds barred, so make your peace with it.
Despite your flippant attitude towards innocent lives, Briggs, we intend to choose our targets with the utmost care.
You two coordinate whatever you need to. I have a request. I know this is asking a lot. Newell's Goods has some armor. Not mil-spec ranger gear or anything, but better than the cast-off clothes the strikers wear. So if you could, well, spring for some armor upgrades, maybe convince Newell to sell it to us.
I'll see what I can do.
All the strikers owe you big time. Any credits it costs, I promise we'll pay you back, with interest. Now's the time for the strikers to make a comeback.
Well, considering he just paid me 10,000 credits right there.
What can I get you today?
I'm not gonna say this twice. Get the hell away from me.
Jack, neuroamps? Oh, yeah.
I had to chase. You should have seen the look on Dexter's face when we told him. God couldn't paint a better picture. Oh, dear Lord. Did Briggs put you up to this? All these gangs are a menace. I don't want to have any part of it.
If the strikers don't even the playing field, the disciples will win. That's bad for everyone.
They are definitely the lesser evil. All right, already, all right. You pay and I'll send Briggs his armor. But this is a one-time deal. I don't want anything to do with this madness after that.
This should cover it.
I'll send the armor to Madame Savage's. Have a nice day.
Now go back and speak to Vogel.
dreaming of this. Finally, Briggs is going to let me kick these disciples where it hurts. I've been telling him to let his best man loose for weeks. So thank you for changing his mind.
I am ready to go.
You are something else. The plan's simple. We hit the street runners hard in as many points as possible. Maximum chaos, right? Then Andrea can waltz into their weapons cache, snag the big guns, and then the real fun begins.
And no collateral damage, right?
No promises. The till's running empty. So if I happen to see some marks on the way, then the fishies better pay up. Know what I mean?
Let's get this over with then.
Well, it'll work, all right? Here's 3 groups of street rats for you. Me and my boys will take some others. Fun time.
Can I get you something?
You can get out of my way.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
I just got off that elevator, now it's sending me up this elevator.
What if the ship jumps without me?
Looky here. You're making this too easy.
Today is a bad day to be a disciple. Be smart and walk away.
Yeah, right. Why should I believe you?
Because I have a pistol aimed at your head?
I think we can work something out.
There's no reason for us to have a problem, is there?
Nobody wants that. Yeah. Everyone, let's go.
One down without firing a shot. Of course, it cost me 4,000 credits, but who cares?
Defeat your body with charms.
So you're the strikers, darling. Yeah, we had those blighters all tied up until you came along. The name's Holt, and I'm here to offer you a deal.
Say your piece.
Good, you're reasonable. The strikers are old news. Positively analog. You help us take out their so-called leaders, and the disciples can pay big. Credits, yeah? A dumpster full of them. Literally, if that's your thing.
You guys sound psychotic. Why the
In order to keep
indiscriminate
a rat
violence?
place, you gotta scare it, terrify it. And if it happens to be good for a laugh, well, that's a bonus, right?
I won't take your blood money.
And it's time to die, asshole.
Damn it. here, I thought he'd fallen to his death.
We got the guns, new fish. Went in, pop, 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 and the cash is ours.
That's thanks to me and my new best mate. Hit any problems on your patrol?
You're alright, Vogel. Good working with you.
Hell, at first I thought you were some dumb thrill seeker. But you're, well, pretty awesome. Everything's going according to plan, Briggs.
Good. Now we hit them where it hurts. This warehouse is one of their main strongholds. Not going to lie, taking it is going to be hard. New fish, we wouldn't be here without you. What's the play? Go in guns blazing? We hold back?
This is your battle. You make the call.
Then we all go in together. You heard the plan. Let's do it.
My one problem with the readout that shows you where enemies are, it doesn't give you any idea of distance or whether they're above or below you, just direction.
Simple out of you.
Strikers.
Playtime is over. Downstairs, now!
Hands off weapons.
You
You think Neon Security wouldn't know about what's going down? Please. Looks like you've done a bit of violence, a bit of murder. Word is, all this is due to you. Why are you messing around with my streets, huh?
I was doing your job. You're welcome.
You would know the first thing about my job. So here's what's going to happen. Gang violence gets too noisy. That hurts the bottom line around here. No one affects the bottom line.
Tell that to the disciples.
No. I want you to, Mr. Briggs. The disciples have been pissing me off for far too long. So, your gang throws off Sewer Rat Blue and starts wearing Neon Security Black. Or, you can be found face down in the streets. And you say your goodbyes. Briggs is a smart lad. He'll make the right choice. Free to go as far away from here as you like. The further the better, in my book. Setting street rat against street rat is pretty elegant, right? Don't take too long. Time to onboard the new hires.
Good you're here. Huddle up, gang.
Is this for real?
They want me to be a cop.
Shit. We could get a real pad. Maybe even move out of Epside? Briggs, I'm so in.
After all we've done, Neon Security seriously will let that go?
I don't see why not. Do you really think anyone cares who stabs who in Ebside? What's your take?
It's a chance to get out of Ebside. Take it.
It's almost too much to hope for.
This is the chance to leave your life of crime behind you. I would take it before it disappears.
Anyone object to going for the deal? This is your chance. No one? Good. Really good. I'll give Owen the news. I can't say I was expecting this. Whatever god or gods we please to get you to help us, know we'll be forever grateful.
Just keep the disciples under control.
With resources and backup, the streets are gonna be safer. It looks like the strikers are retiring. And here's your cut.
10,000 and a rare pistol. 15,000 and a rare pistol. I can live with that. Okay. Well, let's see. A lot of that is happening on an off-world. That's definitely off-world. Okay. Like I said we were going to do, we are going to actually start the Ryujin Industries quest line. Because I think we've exhausted pretty much all the quests, all the side quests on Neon. And made the streets a little bit safer, I would like to believe.
Hi, welcome to Arbron. Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name's Ken. Let me know if you have any questions. I know these weapons like the back of my hand.
All right, Mary. Take care.
I can't say I'm surprised. You have the look of someone with a steady hand and a good eye. If you've never tried an Arbron firearm, I highly recommend them. They fire more smoothly than Laredo weapons, and they're not as bulky as Combatex models. You can't go wrong. What brings you to Ryujin Tower today?
I have an interview with Imogene.
Oh, good luck. Hopefully they'll hire you, and we can stop listening to this non-stop audio ad.
I'd like to see what you're selling.
Absolutely. We're open for business.
rare particle beam pistol. Alright. Sleep well, Mary.
Come back soon.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
And of course, Tayo has a branch here.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you? You must be one of the candidates that Imogene Salzo is interviewing today. Her office is down the hallway to my left. Take another left at the conference room, follow it around to the right and up a small flight of stairs. Then take a left and keep heading that way until you see her office. Sounds like a maze, right? So if you want me to walk you back there or have any questions, just let me know.
I'd appreciate it if you showed me the way.
Of course. Follow me. This current floor we're on is the main operations level. It's where the grunt work happens for this department. Research, data entry, more busy work than you can stand. Most of the people here are technicians that report to Yuko, but there's a handful of operatives that report.
Oh, I can't imagine being forced to spend my days doing menial work in an office like this, instead of exploring the stars on the bridge of a spacecraft.
I hope I can wrap up this next assignment quick. The Razor Ball tournament starts tonight.
And here we are. Good luck in there.
I hope you're more prepared than the last one. Have a seat. And your friend can wait outside. I'm sure they understand. All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently our algorithm felt you were a decent match. So let's get this started. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries?
Why not? Ryujin is the best tech company in the set of
An excellent
systems.
question, but enthusiasm can only take you so far. We don't operate on passion alone here, we look for skill. Which brings me to my next question. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this?
Companies need strong leaders. I'm here to fill that role.
Something tells me you aren't joking. And I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. Natural leadership is a hard quality to find, so be sure to use it to your advantage. How motivated are you to succeed?
I'll go above and beyond to get the job
All
done.
in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in?
You know, my usual response to that kind of question in a real job interview is, that depends. Where do you see this company being in 5 years? Because if the company is bankrupt, then I see myself working somewhere else.
Well, you've certainly come to the right place for that. Considering your education, I'm sure you could reasonably find a place in that department. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy.
so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogene Salzo, and you should get served right away.
Naturally, your first job is to be a gopher. In this case, go for the coffee. From my understanding about this quest line, it escalates pretty quick. You know, to include industrial espionage, that kind of thing.
And your curiosity, because of everything you've heard.
Manaya Adams was looking for someone discreet for a job. Apparently, I don't qualify.
And another side quest.
In the starport of New Atlantis. Sophistication and speed.
Overnight. Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors.
Yes?
What?
Hello, and welcome to Terra Brew. How may I serve? Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody?
What happened?
Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong. The coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal.
Who is Ularu Chen?
You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead.
I'm sorry you got fired.
I bet you are. No one's ever sorry in this business. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
No one's been sent to terminate anyone. Now, why don't you just calm down? Before someone accidentally gets hurt.
You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind, and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed.
You're throwing your life away here.
You can't be that good. Not yet.
There must be some way we can both...
Maybe so. I hear you. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down.
Why would I be the one they send?
Let's just say, Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listen to you.
Of course.
You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
I'm going to hate
Now then, the coffee.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them.
What can you tell me about that guy?
Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming.
I still need to pick up the
Yes,
order.
of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Baristas undergoes enhanced training to ensure you receive the best coffee anywhere in the galaxy. Behold, your Starfield. Step through the door of Seaghart's Outfitters and you'll enter.
Well, it turns out that other side quest where I was doing that shift making Aurora for that guy, turns out it is a repeating quest. I thought I was done with it, but I guess not. Well, I'm not going to help him again. To me, that just sort of smacks of one of those repeating quests where it's like, hey, you want to make 2,700 credits? Type of things.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup?
I'm new here and got a little lost.
A decent excuse, but not the answer I was looking for. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out
I get
in
the
a
feeling
different
that
role at the
persuasion was
company.
supposed to be easy.
And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations. You've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
Talking through it was the right way to handle the situation. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You say that now, but let's move on to the details. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far?
What do you mean by add influence?
In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see.
No, I'm
Really?
good.
Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is.
I doubt your daily order. Maybe our Eugen should acquire Terra
Terra
Brew.
Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often.
I never screw up, so you won't have anything
We'll see.
to deduct.
We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, head of marketing and public relations.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be?
I'm new at this.
A few slip-ups are to be expected. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you.
I'm tempted to run with that one.
That depends on your actions going forward. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price.
And who is Ranger Price?
He's the Freestar Ranger stationed here on Neon, and much to my dismay, my son. He could have been an amazing lawyer or businessman. But instead, he's chosen to waste his talents to protect the people of the Freestar Collective.
I'll do my best.
Let's hope your best is good enough.
So, fetching coffee one minute, and junior operative the next. Gamden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, it's always nice to put names to faces. And we rarely see most of the operatives around here. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions.
What's the bright side to corporate?
I get your point, but if anything, take comfort in knowing that you're the one deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
Gala at the New Atlantis Freestar.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job.
The basic theme was don't get caught.
That doesn't surprise me. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We've reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. Hardly. This is the standard run-of-the-mill tactic we've come to expect from them. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get the job done around here. Think of it as a lesson that Kelt Corp gets to learn the hard way. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Kelt Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Supply chain disruptions in the Cheyenne system? Mr. Cho won't be happy about that.
Coincidentally, if you skip all the side quests and as much of the main quest as possible, I have heard of people speedrunning a New Game Plus in about 40 minutes. That's how fast it can go if you just skip everything and bulldog straight towards the end.
Hamza kept pestering me about his damn missing slate. Security's got time to track something like that now.
Oh, and another side quest.
Move along.
Okay, give me a second. Be right back. Okay, back to it.
Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
Private sector. That's where the real money's at.
What do you want to do for the break then?
I don't know, but I gotta get out of here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break at my desk listening to Cody eat with his mom. More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Terrible right now.
Knew it.
Yeah? I'll go with you.
Freeze! Neon security! Searching a fine, upstanding citizen like you would be a waste of time.
Still gotta go to the station, though.
Get lost, I have a job to do.
I know your type. The freewheel in space ace. Must be nice.
Original here on Neon.
Certified physicians are qualified
I don't like the look of you.
Don't even bother with that other place. Newell's Goods. We have everything you
There we go, rank 4 persuasion. I think that's like a 65% bonus to persuasion total already. She's probably not going to be happy. I did get caught, and I don't know how you can not get caught.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
I know what you mean, but that's your
There were some setbacks,
I
but it's
heard you
done.
made quite the scene in the trade tower. Something I explicitly told you we wanted to avoid. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. Lucky for you, there'll be no docks in pay today. Just try to be more careful in the future.
I get it. Clean work equals
Exactly.
maximum payout.
In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing.
Framing? I don't recall arts and crafts being in my job description. Oh. Why not?
And I'd argue that arts and crafts is exactly what we do here, just on a much higher level. One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company.
What are the do's and don'ts of this
We
assignment?
want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City.
Where do I need to leave this evidence?
The inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it.
I'll make sure it gets
Good.
done.
This one should be easy to pull off. Laredo has their own building, unlike Keltcorp, so at least there's only a single layer of security to deal with. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
That one's off in Aquila City, though. So it might have to wait. Because we picked up a couple more side quests here in town. Oh! Talk to Hamza. What a coincidence. Here's Hamza.
There's always work to be done. Pace yourself, but make it a fast one. You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for?
It's not.
Then I will remind you that the schedule exists for a reason, and we seem to be ignoring it. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure.
What Ms. Serrano doesn't know won't
She
hurt
might
her.
disagree, but fine. Let's leave her out of it. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion.
I might be able to help you with it.
Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me.
I'll find your slave.
Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. Until next time.
He's rude, but as long as he's a paying customer.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Well, I was hoping to wander back to the elevator and wander out of here.
I'm a little busy right now.
I don't recall bothering.
Welcome to Chunks.
Got any spare creds? I can always take them off your hands. Hey, Chief, you got any creds you can spare? Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. But that won't happen with this slate. It's like wind resistant.
I can find your old spreadsheets in exchange for the slate.
That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate.
Earnings 60 creds, expenses 82 creds, previous month surplus 33 creds, end of month balance 11 creds. To make the jump.
Here for a cup of coffee.
Got any Hey! It's my favorite customer. Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
Good step.
And before we go back to that.
If I have to eat fish for dinner.
There's also something I want to do while I'm at it. Let's see.
Coffee flavors, brewed using the secret technique.
You know,
It's not that I don't like
you know, it says something that when I go to Game Rant's website.
Save it for someone who gives a damn.
Was I talking to you? No. So shut up and save it for someone who gives a damn.
Don't make my job any harder.
But yeah, I go to Game Rant's website to look for information on the apartment that's here and how to buy it if I decide to do it. It's 235,000 credits. But
I'm not a fan. They say for every 5 credits Benjamin Bay you spent on Neon, 4 went to the Astral Lounge.
anyway, I go to GameRant.com's website, and one of my blockers says it blocked 73 tracking cookies.
I'm in town for business. My client leaves a mess, I clean it up. I'm an independent contractor, working for some very wealthy clients. They open deals, I close them.
Is there anything I can do
There
for
might be. I originally came here to complete a business deal, but the client, in a fit of foolishness, decided to close on their own. Rather than dispose of the evidence properly, they left it in a warehouse. Real amateur stuff. So there are some loose ends that need tying, and I prefer a third party handle it. Would you be interested?
What am I doing exactly?
It's a simple job. I need you to pick something up and sell it. Giving you any more information would be unwise.
I'll take the job.
Cheers. We'll split my rate 50-50. For a job like this, I'm being more than generous. You'll find the merchandise in a locker in the warehouse behind Neon Tactical. Gangs in Ibside often use that area to peddle their sunshine and lollipops, so if shit's puckaroo, you'll have to improvise. Once you secure the merchandise, sell it to Coleman Lang at the Trade Authority, so it's part of their regular inventory. Return here when the job is done.
One second, there is something I want to look up. Okay. I knew I had heard that word before. What she said about if shit's pakaru. Yeah, that's basically.
The music is amazing.
That's basically her saying that if the shit's shit. In other words, she's just putting emphasis on it. Great if my ship actually had missiles on it.
This place is insane!
Where's the margin?
The music is amazing!
Stay out of trouble or we'll have a problem.
Yes? What's so important that you need to interrupt my busy schedule?
Your busy schedule of watching dancers, you mean?
don't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale.
I don't do chems.
Oh, no. Drugs are for street gangs and junkies. Aurora is on an entirely different level. I like to call it an exquisitely crafted, transcendent experience. Only problem is that won't fit on the package. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure?
I'd like some details on purchasing a penthouse.
Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find
I'm just gonna
anywhere
do it because
else
I
in the
can.
settled systems. And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away.
Tell me about it. What features does it
Of
offer?
course. The Sky Suite features an open design with an emphasis on luxury. Whether you prefer the morning sky or a neon sunrise, the high ceilings and wall-sized windows will give you a full view of the city's splendor. Wonderful. Here's your key. The trade tower elevator will take you directly to your new home. And if there's anything I can provide to enhance the experience, let me know. Hope to see you again.
The one problem that I have with most of the apartments in this game is that none of them come with a bed. You've got to collect the resources to build yourself a bed, because heaven forbid you can just walk down to IKEA and buy one. That annoys me. It's one of the things about this game that, in my opinion, needs to be changed. But let's see what it looks like. Well, let's see. Obviously, the kitchen area. Neon in all of its luxury. They were right about the views not being that fantastic. Good grief. They weren't kidding about the price being... They weren't kidding about the price not being worth it. The view the view on the patio sucks, and it's like, here's your kitchen, here's your bathroom. I suppose down there is where you build your bedroom. Yeah. And I mean, well, yeah, you did. But I mean, it's all this one area right here. I'm like, 235,000 credits buys me a car, basically. This apartment is about the same size as mine. Higher ceilings, but about the same size as mine. Ah, well, I just wanted to because I could. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's go find... Yeah, let's go pick up the merchandise at the Astral Lounge.
Get out of my face. If you want to gawk at something, take it
Or
to the
at the warehouse, I mean.
Spread throughout the settled systems, so you can do your banking your own way, on your own time.
To ensure you receive the right.
You are the best. And you
Interstellar shipping rates aren't that bad. The insurance is what we need.
to attract attention. Pirates expected.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel bllind. Your home away from home. Here.
We have plenty of space available.
I've got one with your name on it. How long are you planning on staying? Fantastic! That'll give you plenty of time to enjoy Neon.
Sleep with us.
And there is a reason for renting a room here. If you rent enough times, it unlocks a side quest. Okay, I have to give them credit where it's due. This is a proper room. Complete with kitchenette, bathroom. Yeah, that's a proper hotel room. That would be worth, I don't know. I don't know what today's rates would be. I don't run a hotel. I'm betting with hotel rates being what they are, you're looking at, well, she says $300 a night, or $2,000 for a week. That doesn't sound too unreasonable, really.
Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with the crime rate...
Actually, I have a thought.
Have a med pack? Oh, I think I might have pulled something. Well, well. Back for more, eh? No, we done talking already.
Welcome. Are you here to book a room? Maybe after you've rented a room. Sorry. I have one all set. Just one night. That's great. I know.
The Hotel bllind. Sleep with us.
It's nice to see you today. Maybe after you... Sorry. Remember, we always have plenty of amazing...
At some point, that does unlock a side quest with her.
To the Hotel bllind. Your home away
No,
from home.
not Bud.
Here on Neon.
But you have to rent from her several times in a row. I'm not sure how many. And I don't feel like looking it up right now. We're getting close to the 4-hour point, so let's just finish this side quest, and that might be where we wrap it up for now.
Not sure how much longer I can survive.
Yeah, but you like I said, you have to rent several times.
Thanks for choosing Chunks.
And there's a possibility you also have to let a few days pass. Warehouse 3, again. Boy, we come into this warehouse a couple of times. I see the dead guys are still here. Okay, sell that to Colin Lane.
Better not be a waste of my time. Now we're getting somewhere.
Wrong option.
Not a bad gun. Good balance, weight. Allied Armaments is a UC company, but their stuff is military grade. But that is not the issue here. That gun is hotter than a frying pan full of fish grease. I'm not giving you anywhere near market rate.
Weapon engineering. The custom mods on that pistol aren't cheap. It has improved recoil and fire rate.
Should have known better than to try and fool a weapons expert. All right, I'll pay you what it's worth. But only because I know for a fact NSEC won't come looking for it. You done here? Time to move on.
1,500 credits. Now it's back to Manaya.
Seems like the crimson fleet is everywhere.
And see, that is one of the cool things about this game, is that stuff that you do on the other planets. It's talking about the aqueous hematite that you found back on Mars. So yeah, anything newsworthy that you've done ends up in the broadcasts.
What now? Then my client can finally relax. He's a very tense man, you see. Tried to smile once, years ago, and didn't like the fit. But I digress. Here's your payment, as promised. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Neon.
Do you have anything more for me?
Yes, but I never work with the same client twice. Call it a personal role. Always a pleasure.
I'm not complaining. 115 XP.
You know, I went to chef school.
We have plenty of space available. Yeah? Are you planning on... I have a room with your name. It's nice to see you today. Well, my sources say you've checked out, so...
Okay,
I
you
don't
do
see
have
the
to rent from
harm.
her 3 times.
Administrator Bayou and I, we have a sort of understanding. Call it a pact. He lets me do pretty much whatever I want at my hotel, and in return, I make sure certain information stays off of SSNN.
What? I'm amazed he's letting you get away
If you
with it.
knew what I knew, you wouldn't be amazed at all. You'd be horrified. I have compromising data that proves Bayou is directly connected to the Seoka Syndicate. And before you ask, the only way I'll ever leak the info is if I'm dead and gone. Then it gets sent to, well, I can't tell you who, but it's covered. Look, I've already said way too much, so for both of our sakes, maybe we should keep this under wraps. Okay? You mean the stuff Bayou leaves out of the brochures? Don't mind at all. Neon has 4 main districts. The ones where Bayou wants you to spend your credits are Bayou Plaza and Ikuchi Market. Those are the glitzy parts of town. Bayou Plaza is the section outside my doors, from the trade tower to the spaceport. Ikuchi Market runs from the Starport terminal to Ryujin Tower. Not quite as glamorous as the plaza, but still expensive. Then there's Upside, running the perimeter of the upper platform. Probably not the best spot for tourists. Finally, you have the Underbelly, the working class's domain under our feet. Not much down there, but industry and a few random shops.
What's the deal with the trade tower?
Oh, you noticed that little thing? Yeah, that's Bayou's crown jewel. First of all, you have the Astral Lounge, flowing with Aurora, attracting every tourist within light years of Oli. Then you have exorbitantly priced offices for every megacorp, besides Ryujin, with Xenofresh Fisheries square at the top. And like the cherry at the top of his ego sundae, Bayou's got his private penthouse. I don't even want to think about what goes on up there.
Should I avoid
No,
Upside?
I don't think so. Ebside's filled with a few decent clubs, like Madame Salvage's place and Euphorica. You should check them out. Just watch your back. It's gang territory, which means Neon Security tends to ignore what goes on in there. Most of the underbelly is taken up by Xenofresh and Generdyne's facilities, but there are a few hidden gems you might want to check out. Actually, I'd recommend checking out Off-World Eats. Cosmos and Lee run that place. They're a couple of great guys. Sounds good. Let me know if you need anything else. To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayou and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks. Let me know if I can help you while you're visiting Neon.
Guaranteed. So go out, have your fun.
Okay, so her secret is that she has compromising data on Bayou. Got it. Well, we have done pretty much every side quest that I can find in Neon. So I guess next time we're going to continue the chain with Ryujin Industries, and also since we're going to Aquila, we may join the Free Star Rangers and see about getting a citizenship there too. After all, the UC doesn't care where else you're a resident of. So that's where I'm going to end this stream. I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate all the support. A quick reminder for people who are new to the channel, if you like what I do, don't forget to leave a like and maybe smash that subscribe button. And we'll see you for the next one.